Hi, everyone. It is 5:30, looks like, according to the clock in the corner. All right, we're going to call our meeting to order, and we're going to begin with the pledge. And today we have Kim Bart Elementary Kindergarten class, Mrs. Phillips class, will be leading us today in the pledge.
Hi, my name is Santos, and I am a Kindergarten Coyote pup, and I'd like to introduce my amazing teacher, Miss Phelps Kindergarten class.
Put your right hand over your heart. Ready, begin.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Love it, love it. Great job. Hopefully some of you are watching. Thank you again so much for leading us in the pledge today. All right, we will now move to 1.3, approval of the agenda.
So moved.
Second. All right, I heard a motion and a second. If there is no discussion, we'll take the vote. Dr. Flores.
Aye.
Ms. Ceballos. Ms. Ceballos. Okay. Dr. Hill.
Aye.
Dr. Wyatt.
Aye.
Ms. Rosales Medina.
Aye.
Mr. Tillman.
Aye.
Dr. Dowdy Rogers, aye. Motion carried. Thank you. We're at 1.4. Our inspirational message tonight will come from board member Myra Ceballos.
Thank you so much, President Dr. Rogers. Can you all hear me okay?
Yes, we can.
Awesome. So good evening, everyone. So yes, tonight it is my turn to deliver the inspirational message. As I was thinking on what to share with all of you that might inspire, I was also reflecting on the past year, all the way up until this very moment. I was reflecting on everything we have gone through collectively with all of the loss so many of us have experienced in the past year, all of the way from the division and the hate we've witnessed to the thousands of deaths we have endured as a result of the pandemic. Then I also thought about today and how close we are to the end of the school year, which means we are entering into our celebration season, where our seniors will be completing a huge milestone in their lives, where we recognize employees that will be leaving us. In short, I thought, wow, we have experienced so much emotion in the last year. And with the school year coming to an end, cases dropping, schools reopening, this is a great time to finish this chapter and open the next one. It will not be easy, but with new beginnings come new opportunities. As I was thinking of all of those things, I wrote down some thoughts that I would like to share now with you all, and then I will end with a couple quotes. So here we go. What I hope that we can achieve in the world, in the US, and especially here in San Bernardino, is unity. I believe we can accomplish unity by practicing more tolerance, acceptance, and love. Life is short and unpredictable. We have no time to waste. Let us learn and teach our children that pride will only drive us to self-destruction, that shame will rip out our wings, that fear will paralyze us from becoming, that envy will poison our heart, that anger will kill us slowly, that unforgiveness will make us prisoners in our own mind. Let us learn and teach our children that those emotions are part of our humanity and that they should not be ashamed of them, but rather aim to understand where they come from. Let us also learn and teach our children that part of our humanity also includes friendship, and it will drive us to the construction of community, tolerance that will allow us to be patient with our brothers and sisters, courage that will propel us to move forward during the most scary and difficult moments in life, joy that will bring value to our lives, acceptance that will allow us to open our hearts to love, and love that will allow us to care for and protect one another. Now, I will be reading to you some quotes that have inspired me, and I hope that they will also inspire you today. Today, our very survival depends on our ability to stay awake, to adjust to new ideas, to remain vigilant, and to face the challenge of change, by Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. And then one of my favorite, if opportunity does not knock, build a door, by Milton Berle. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Ceballos. That was wonderful. Very inspirational. All right. So being further inspired, Dr. Volkemer, you said there are some special people that's possibly watching or around somewhere.
You bet. Thank you, Madam President. Board, as I think most of you know by now, one of my absolute favorite things to do is brag about our kids and the many, many, many successes they achieve in so many different areas. And we have a very, very special group of students with you this evening. It's our pleasure to bring you an end of year update from our Superintendent Student Advisory Council. These are students that, on top of everything else they do, and the list of activities is nearly endless, make time to be a part of this group. And the group is designed to build leadership experiences for students and to promote student voice in our discussions and our decision making. And these stellar students have found a way to keep their work alive during a most unusual year, and they've served as a constant source of great information and inspiration for me and all who have worked with them. So tonight, they're going to provide an update as to the projects they've been working on. We're very excited to have them share with you this evening, and I just can't thank them enough for their diligence, their hard work, their perseverance all throughout the year and what they've been able to accomplish. So I'll turn it over to the team at this point.
Thank you, Dr. Volkemer. You couldn't have said it better. These students that have been involved in the Superintendent's Student Advisory Council are a cross-section of our students in this district. Articulate, hungry, just hardworking, and dedicated to making their community a better place. And so I'd like to thank their advisors. Specifically, I'd like to thank Dennis Moorman and Scott Iliff, who have been leading the charge in getting our students more active and definitely a voice in the work that we do in this district. So at this time, I'd like to hand this over to Dennis Moorman, who is our Director of After School Programs, CAPS, and Mr. Scott Iliff, who is a program facilitator at Pacific High School. Thank you, gentlemen.
Thank you, Dr. Rodriguez. And good evening, President Rogers, board members, Dr. Volkemer, thank you for those kind words about the students. And we're excited to be able to share with you today the Superintendent Student Advisory Council projects. And to get us started, Mr. Iliff will lead us into the program.
Okay, next slide, please. So a few years ago, the Superintendent Student Advisory Council created some goals in order to facilitate leadership. And so our two goals are increase their voice in decisions that affect them and develop leadership skills and use their voice to develop and engage in service projects that serve their schools, the district, and greater community. So it was very important that we develop these goals and have a focus for the Superintendent Student Advisory Council. Next slide. And now you'll be hearing from our 4 different service project groups, and our service projects are aligned to the SBC USD Community Engagement Plan 2.0. So everything was aligned to the plan several years ago. And so each of the presentations, you'll notice elements from the Community Engagement Plan. Next. Our first group is Restorative Practices. And looks like we have Jaylene Bell.
Hi everyone, good evening. We are the Restorative Practices group, and our purpose is to increase restorative practices for students and to give them an opportunity to correct behaviors and manage future success. Next slide, please. Also, good evening, and thank you to President Dr. Rogers, Vice President Dr. Wyatt, and Superintendent Dr. Volkemer for having us here and having us present to you today. And thank you to everyone for being here tonight. My name is Jaylene Bell, and I am a senior at Middle College High School. And today I'm going to be presenting on the behalf of my amazing group, Restorative Practices, are also known as the makers of the HOPE program, which stands for Hope, Outcomes and Opportunity, Possibility, and Engagement. So in our group, we have me, the spokesperson, Arlie, our facilitator, Darlene, our recorder, Yair, our timekeeper, and Dulce and Lisbeth. And our group is proud to say and to present that we are all going to be attending college and moving on to the next step in our lives after graduation. So our HOPE program's mission is to actually help students re-enter the learning environment, and it focuses on students who have been identified as homeless, those with juvenile and discipline issues, and those who are considered to be foster youth. And the main goal is to, of course, help these students make an impact, benefit them, and support them in their future and their future learning and personal goals. So afterwards, we actually hope that as alumni, they come back and help others as future hope makers themselves, along with making a change in their own lives and in their schools. Thank you. So future hope makers are those who are wanting to provide a positive support and safety net while helping students re-engage and re-enter the learning environment. So to do this, our programs aims to refrain from negative or disciplinary actions and actually provide them with a safety net, reassurance, and support that they need as learning students. And in order to meet our goal and objectives, our HOPE program has created a playbook, which is our guide for schools on how to implement this program. And of course, how to support them and give them the support that they need as learning students and in their goals of becoming future lifelong learners. It outlines how our program will be run and different things that could be done to support each individual. And we will be having two main people who will help in support of this program, which will be our facilitators and our positive peers who will help run the program, in which the facilitators will be run by the staff members and those who will be guiding the group with them, encouraging students, managing network aspects, approving of activities, checking grades and attendance, and helping ensure that students are really on the right track. Our positive peers will be run by high school students who will then be building connections with the HOPE kids, supporting them, motivating them, and running group activities. And they are also going to be the more hands-on, supportive, and interactive group because they are also students themselves. They're going to be able to build that stronger connection with these students and be more helpful to them in the long run. And one of the main activities that our group will be implementing is the use of restorative circles. So our group has researched a bit about this beforehand, and we found that restorative circles will actually help students and give them a chance to speak freely without the overwhelming feelings that come along with it. We understand that sometimes it could be a little overwhelming to speak in groups. So this is actually being able to create a safe space for them and to speak and support one another, along with helping them, encouraging them, and having them get outside their comfort zones. So some other things we would like to include is basically the use of low and high risk activities. So one of our low risk activities is actually the name game, which will basically help HOPE kids get to know one another, break down their defense walls, and it actually will help with their memorization skills. And some high risk activities are more personal and asking deeper questions. So we are currently working on, and part of our transition right now for next year is to develop those community partnerships to help our program run more smoothly and to get that extra help that we may need from supporting groups to make our program possible. And our group, why is it needed? Our group aims to give students, again, to help build lifestyle and academic skills. And this will be done by helping students learn and to demonstrate different skills such as time management, effective communication skills, and helping support them in their academics with tutoring and one-on-one support. And of course, again, we are trying to help students to re-enter the school environment after running into problems. We understand that it is important to help students get back into the learning environment because it can be a struggle having to do that on your own. So our program aims to be that support for students. And this program is going to bring hope for their future and their opportunities and their successes beyond just high school and in their lives personally. And again, our program is to help and refrain them from dropping out and just stopping on school, but to encourage them to keep going. So in order for any program like this to be implemented, a financial investment is required. So we are asking you, the board, to help make hope happen. Now our program is needing $30,000 in support to help basically with the printing of our playbook, field trips, supplies, more such as posters and materials, food, shirts, things like that. And this, however, is not only a financial investment, but it is more of a community investment because our group understands that everyone counts. Everyone needs that one-on-one support. Everyone requires help. We can't do it all alone. So this is our program we are supporting. And even though everyone in my group is college bound, and even though we all are seniors, we still want to be able to help those still in high school still graduate and continue on in their life journey towards success. And thank you, everyone.
Thank you, Jaylene. Our next group is our peer mentorship group. The purpose of this group is to build peer connections and provide support for students across district campuses, enriching the high school experience and building leadership capacity. This is a two-part presentation. Part one is being presented by Chloe Morales and Timothy Perez.
Hello, everyone. My name is Chloe Morales, and I am a senior at Gallon High School. I will be representing part one of peer mentorship, and I will be speaking on behalf of my group members, Belandra Melendez, Tuan Fawn, Tamika B. Perez, and Luis Cortez. So our program is a program to help incoming freshman students navigate and ease the transition from middle school to high school. Students will have the opportunity to connect with student mentors to help them better navigate the freshman, sophomore, and even possibly the junior year, both academically and emotionally. Students not only need good academic support, but they also need strong emotional skills. It can be hard for students when they encounter something for the first time, such as high school. And most students do not have an older sister, brother, or a family member on campus that could help them with the struggle of high schools and learn the ropes of high school. By having a student mentor on campus, it helps to guide incoming freshmen through their high school experience. And our mentors will not only be their mentors, but it will be someone that they can turn to and be their big brother and sister on campus. So what are the benefits of our program? Well, students are most likely, and they're more likely to succeed if they are able to develop good educational skills, as well as social and emotional skills. A program like this fosters positive development between older and newer students, because not only are newer students affected positively, but older students also receive the benefit of helping others and widening the perspective and ability to help more people. And as well, the student mentors can also gain community service from our program. So we hope that this program will be implemented as an elective program. Students will be able to meet during lunch, during school hours, or even after school. We thought it would be an amazing idea if the mentors and mentees were paired based on similar interests, hobbies, etc. The mentors and mentees will be paired through a Google form that they will fill out at the beginning of entering the program. Each mentor and mentee will fill out a Google form that includes a variety of different questions that pairs the mentors and mentees based off their answers to the questions. We believe this pairing is important because we feel if there are similar interests between the mentors and mentees, this will help them to interact and have a foundation to build their relationship. We believe our program is different because it focuses not only on academic support, but also emotional and social aspects. The mentees will have a big brother and sister on campus that will be there for them through their time navigating and figuring out high school. Wouldn't you want someone on campus who has already experienced the struggles of high school and to help you and to help make the transition less frightening? I know I would have let someone have on campus, like a big older, a big sister on campus to help guide me and show me the ropes of high school. Because when I started my freshman year, I didn't really have that support. And we feel that with this program, we can help those who may not have the support like we did. So this program is not to be resource intensive whatsoever, but we do want this program to offer substance to the students that participate in it. Students can be engaged through various activities like pizza parties, study events, and after-school activities. And we believe the best way for these events to happen is to have a budget of $50,000. We believe by having these study events and these parties, it'll allow for all the mentors and mentees to come together and create a stronger bond, as well as creating friends at these like get-togethers and these after-school activities. And it would also open them up to high school as well and make them feel more comfortable and ease into the transition. Thank you for listening and thank you for your time. And I had the pleasure of speaking and talking to you all. I'll now like to pass it off to part 2 of peer mentorship.
Okay, our part 2 mentorship members, Eileen Zarat, Brenda Ibarra, Janaya Turner, and Janara Wamel.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Janaya Turner. I am a senior at Middle College High School who will be attending UCR in the fall. I will be introducing our next group, which is the second part of the support group, and I will allow my team members to introduce themselves.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Janai Romil, and I'm a current junior student at Pacific High School.
Hello, everyone. My name is Eileen Zarate Miranda, and I am a sophomore at Indian Springs High School.
Good afternoon, everybody. I am also a sophomore at Indian Springs High School, and my name is Brenda Ibarra.
Okay, so our group name is Adulting, and we decided that Adulting will be a good name for our group because we feel that we will work better together. And basically, our group, we would like to support younger students with learning the basic steps on how to become an adult and how to be successful as an adult.
Hello, everyone again. Oftentimes I hear from my peers, why am I learning this if I don't plan to go to college? Or how am I going to apply this to my life when I grow up? Well, I want to shift their perspective. This program will be universal and accessible to diverse students, whether they want to attend a university or jump right into the career field. This project will allow mentees to graduate from high school and go into the world knowing how to be a successful adult. High school fails to teach students how to buy a house, a car, or manage their bills, or simply read a renter's lease. The list goes on. However, with the help of our program, students will learn and practice how to be a responsible adult before they even become one. Our students will be taught something that they will need during their toughest times as young adults. Thank you.
So for the purpose of our project, we feel like there is a need for students to get to know more knowledge on what the real world is like. And we would like to provide students with useful knowledge that will be crucial for them to know after high school, to provide students with information about college, taxes, financing, saving money, how to fix small problems that can occur, like a flat tire, and how to pay bills.
Okay, good afternoon, everybody again. First of all, I'd like to apologize if I'm not in my most professional manner right now. I cannot turn my camera on because I am not home. So I'm trying my very best to be here and read this for you guys. So I hope I do my best and you guys like it.
You're doing
Okay,
fine.
so-
Thank you.
Thank you. So who can help with this mentoring project? Mentees will be sophomores, juniors, and seniors. The program wants to prepare students that are towards the middle of and end of high school. For this reason, we have not chosen freshmen of high school to join this program because they are barely starting to begin high school and their high school experience. So if I were a freshman, I'd like to enjoy my first year, know what it's like to start being in high school. And then after that, I'd like to start preparing myself for the real world. So the people who can help with this program as the mentors are the upperclassmen, for example, Valley College students, university students, entrepreneurs, professionals, teachers, etc. These people can explain to the high school students about their experiences, for example, how they got to buy a car, how they paid their bills, living away from home, how was it for them, and the obstacles they went through to be successful, how they balanced buying to provide a meal for the family while paying bills or while studying. Simply as that, we would want to know, because I honestly in high school, nobody taught me in math, English, or Spanish how to pay my bills, how to pay my car. So I would like to know that because my parents have their own things to do. So I would like this program to happen so school can teach us how to do these things. Thank you.
As for incentives, well, aside from the knowledge that the participants will get from this program, they will also be receiving a certificate acknowledging their participation. And this said certificate can actually be added on resumes for future employment, as it demonstrates that even at a young age, this particular person is capable of successfully interacting and communicating with adults, as well as keeping up with them. Next slide, please. So for this program, we are requesting a fund of $30,000. Any questions?
Is that the end of the, Mr. Iliff, is this the end of this portion?
That was the end of that one, yes.
And then
Thank you
there's
for listening.
Thank you. And is there another one?
There is.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay, we have our next group is campus involvement. The purpose is to familiarize students with stakeholder groups and provide resources that promote student success on high school campuses. And our presenter is Natalie Salcedo.
Alrighty, good evening everyone. My name is Natalie Salcedo. I'm a junior at Cajon High School and I am presenting on behalf of the Campus Involvement Committee. These are all of the amazing students who are part of the Campus Involvement Committee, who include Charisma, Leah, Manuel, Kaylee, Alice, Diana, and Kilo, and also Spencer, who is the other presenter. He could not make it here today, but you will see him in a special video later in a little bit. And so just for a little background before we present you with our actual project, we just wanted to go over as to what campus involvement really meant for us. At the beginning of our project, we were split into two separate groups, which were student relations and the mental health awareness group. We realized that during the pandemic, it was very difficult for students to be involved in their campuses because they were just out of it. whether it be emotionally or socially, because of everything that we were going through. Students were struggling with their grades, students were struggling with building relationships with their students and teachers because of the times that we were going through. I'm pretty sure everyone here has struggled with some sort of aspect of their mental health because we have been locked in our homes for so long, and we're finally being able to see the light at the end of the tunnel. So we have created a website where we have been listing multiple resources that students can use to take a break from school. And oftentimes students, especially students who work very dedicated to their academics, they don't really take breaks from school. Speaking as a personal experience as a student in the full IB program, breaks are something that you don't really get, right? Because you're constantly working to try to achieve as much as you can. And so the aim of our website was to just provide a safe space for students who might not feel comfortable in approaching programs that are based off of the social aspect, especially programs such as small group interventions or group therapies where you have to socialize with people. So we're trying to ease students into being able to approach mental health resources. So if we move on to the next slide, Spencer will be giving us a short video about what we included in our website.
Hi, I'm Spencer Nelson. I am a junior at Cajon High School and a student representative for the Campus Involvement Group. Alrighty, 1 second. So our two subgroups, mental health awareness and campus relations, had the goal to bring mental health resources and awareness to SBC USD students so that they could access them at any time during the COVID-19 crisis. We created the SSAC Campus Involvement Student Self-Care website, a virtual safe place where students could come practice self-care and relax. And then I'll go ahead and quickly play the video that we have. So this is just kind of like a little intro to our website, and it kind of just gives the gist, and we're still adding to it. And then we've got a little guide to how to take care of yourself, self-care, who we are as students and a group, just so students can feel a little bit more relatable and or connected to us. Just go ahead and let that play through. And then we've got a virtual climbing room and more specific tabs, and just like music, playlists. We've got meditation, mindfulness, breathing exercises that students can access. We've got yoga, exercise, I already mentioned that. And then there's also a list of free apps that students can use. Some have premium options, some don't, but anyway. And then it goes more specific. So we have elementary, middle, high school options and hotlines that students can access. All right, 1 second. And then what would campus involvement want to see in the future? Moving forward, we would like to be able to work with students one-on-one in order to gather more accurate data. Sending out surveys to students provides us with very useful demographics, but they are limited in the sense that they don't give us specific information. Hopefully, using the data we gather, we will be able to help the students around the district who may feel voiceless during these struggling times. In the future, we also hope to see this website expand and improve with useful resources that benefit the students that use them. We aim in creating a space in which students can step away from their busy school lives to just take care of themselves. Thank you.
So Spencer covered the majority of what we wanted to say in that video, but I just want to reiterate that in the creation of this website, we aim to support all students who are struggling with mental health issues and struggling with being able to keep up with the motivation of their schoolwork. And this also includes all students that are part of the SBCUSD, including students who are also part of the LGBTQ community. And so our funding request, we are asking for $30,000 to pay extra duty for staff to be able to support mental health services, whether that be on campus mental health therapists or just mental health counselors that will be able to help students on campus when they need somewhere to go desperately, especially when we're coming back, because we all know that it won't be an easy transition, especially for those students who were already introverted before the pandemic, who have just become more comfortable in their homes. We're also asking for funding for guest speakers to hold mental health events, because sometimes we need people to be able to guide us in the correct directions. And when we have other students reach out to each other, it's just not enough. So we need that extra push. And we also just need it so we can have more student voice clubs and events that can just support all students in the aspects of mental health, and being able to engage students on their campus so we can build a whole bound together community on our campuses of students who continue to work hard and continue to achieve their dreams. Thank you so much.
Okay, our final group for this evening, Community Pride Through Relationships. Purpose is to promote positive expression and a more thriving community. And our presenters are Christina Haddad and Brandon Arango Alvarez.
Hello, everyone. My name is Christina Haddad. I am from San Gregorio High School, and I am a junior. Presenting with me today will be Brandon. He is from Arroyo. He is a sophomore. And next slide, please. We'll be presenting Community Pride. Our project is designed to educate individuals on the community of San Bernardino and the resources available. We've strived to shed light on those resources and promote positivity through hard times, such as the current pandemic we're in. We have collectively decided that our project will be launched through district social medias, and we have developed a Community Pride logo that we want to make sure that our logo stands out and creates an impact on those who see it. If you look over on the screen, our community logo is the Community Pride, Community Equality, and Creativity. And if you look below it a little bit, is a little slide or a little GIF created by a student. I would first like to thank Communications as well as an alumni for helping us create our project along the way and guiding us to do what we need to do for this project to be launched. Our project is for students to show off their creativity. They will be submitting Google Forms that showcase their beautiful ideas and projects. This will be launched on social medias for all of San Bernardino to see how our students think and are educated. We will also hope to showcase clubs, organizations, and more that students can join on their free time, such as Big Brothers and Big Sisters. We hope to shed light on these organizations for students to know that they are not alone and that there's things that they can do that can help them on their free time, even if they feel that no one can be there for them. They know that as a whole, we are there for them. And we hope that our medias that are launched will show them all that we have worked for in order to show, in order to show the community part of our district. Thank you very much.
Hello, my name is Brandon Arango. The goal of our project is to reach out to students and their families to offer opportunities for expression and messages of encouragement through community pride. The beneficial impact we can have by allowing students a voice in our community is incalculably valuable. The means by which we intend to do this, for the most part, as has been said, is social media. As you know, social media is a large part of students' day-to-day lives and interactions with one another, so it is a fortunate convenience to have such a resource at our disposal. The ability to interact with students on a level of mutual understanding and respect will do much for their sense of worth as scholars of the SBCUSD. The communications department has helped us greatly through allowing us perspective and a good sense of scale for how we should go forward with our campaign. We hope to maintain this awareness and ability with our goals. This has been another healthy and inspiring challenge in our journey as students. And with the prospect of a greater community outreach on the horizon, there's a lot of motivation to see it through. Funding is essential to seeing our endeavors through, though. We have in mind a healthy investment of $25,000 to keep our campaign afloat, payment for committee members, including students and teacher representatives, community pride apparel, communications costs, and the extra duty needed to support and implement these valuable resources cannot come free. With your support, we should have no trouble keeping our momentum and arm extended to our peers within our community. Consistent communication and understanding between parties will benefit our campaign greatly. Members of the current committee will be graduating soon, so we will need to be able to reach out to the next prospective group of students to oversee this project. The continuation of this group will allow a continued platforming of my fellow students and a greater sense of community. Thank you for your time and consideration. Are there any questions?
Okay, I think we're there. Mr. Iliff, I can't see you anymore on my screen.
We do have one more piece with Mickey Chahusky. Mickey.
Ahead.
So good evening again, Dr. Rogers, Dr. Wyatt, board, Dr. Volkemer, and cabinet. As you can see, we have some fabulous scholars on the Superintendent Student Advisory Committee. And in spite of being virtual, we were able to build connection and community within our team. We're looking forward to being able to meet in person next year, and we appreciate your support for these student-led initiatives. All of these program proposals are student-led and student-developed. Too often we think we adults are the only experts in the room, and watching the creativity of our students and their investment in our district has been so rewarding. And it reminds us that students have experiential knowledge that should not go unnoticed. In the midst of this pandemic, they brought us hope and inspiration. We hope that you will fund and support their projects as presented and next year's Superintendent Student Advisory Committee so that they may implement these projects and continue their advocacy for their peers. As I conclude, I would like to thank my fellow facilitators for their hard work this year with the student committees, and Scott Iliff and Ryan Harsh for their infrastructure and staff support. And lastly, I would like to thank Dennis Warman for being our fearless leader and wish him well as he's retiring this year. He has to be one of the kindest, most student-centered people I know. Thank you all for your time and attention tonight, and most of all for your support. Sorry I got choked up over Dennis leaving. I'm having a hard time with that. Not seeing him at the wall will be rough when we go back. So thank you all.
Thank you all. What a wonderful presentation. We're giving a virtual hand clap to all of the students. I know there were tons of students on and everyone probably didn't get a chance to speak, but you were represented. So I first want to do that for all of you all that are on the call tonight. The chat was blowing up as I was trying to watch, and all the kudos are in there. And I believe I'm going to start with the comment from Mr. Tillman.
Yes, first, I didn't know Mr. Warman was retired, so congratulations, Mr. Warman. Mr. Warman was actually my daughter's second grade teacher a long time ago.
Mine too.
I remember when she was in Mr. Warman's class, I was getting ready to run for the school board. Mr. Warman said, "Are you a teacher?" I said, "No." "You're a principal?" "No." "Why are you running for the school board?" Anyway, I thought this was the superintendent's advisory. Do they ever talk to the superintendent?
Yeah.
Did they ask the superintendent for the money?
Yes, Mr. Tillman, but they have now.
We've been meeting throughout the year, and yes, and just a couple things too. Through CAPS and through we had a donation. This is unique for us this year too. We had a donation from Ralph's Supermarkets, Kroger, through the Making Hope Happen Foundation. And one of the things that we were able to use that money for is a stipend for the students. So, which is board approved, by the way. And so we were able to fund everything this year through other funding sources. And but moving into the future, we do need sustainable funding from the board, and that's why we had the asking for funding this time.
Yeah, I think the disconnect is if it's the superintendent's committee, the superintendent has access to the funds that you need. I mean, I know $30,000 and $50,000 may sound like a lot to the students, but it's no money. I mean, if Dr. Volkmer can't find that kind of money for legitimate things that they want to do, then the district's in trouble. So I'm just hoping that it's like Dr. Volkmer said. He said they haven't brought it to him yet, because I'm sure we can find the money, right, Dr. Volkmer?
We'll with the board's blessing, we'll absolutely build it into the budget for next year.
Thank you very much. And to all the students, great presentation. Thank you very much.
Dr. Flores.
Yes, I want to commend you all. You were so professional, and not only professional, but the depth and breadth of your recommendations and how you organize everything for, I mean, that's what we need. We need your voices, because we're adults and we don't know you that well, but you know each other. And so it was very inspiring. I loved every presentation. It was, and I'd like to thank Mr. Warman and Mr. Elif. You guys did great. Mickey, you too. Dr. Rodriguez for supporting them. And I want to say you asked for too little. I think we as a board should give you $50,000 each. That's what I would recommend to my colleagues, because you have really high expectations, and I don't think 30,000 is going to meet all the things you guys want to do. So I would pose, fellow board members, 50,000. So Madam President, Dr. Rogers, I think we need to consider that. Thank you. And my rest of my colleagues, thank you.
Thank you. And we have, I believe, Ms. Rosales Medina, were you in there somewhere with a comment? It keeps going and I'm losing. Ms. Rosales Medina, did you have a comment that got buried in there? If you are speaking, I don't hear you, or you may be on mute. And maybe not, I'm not sure. Well, I will, well, if she comes on, but I will say again, congratulations to the team and to the students. This has been an effort. I've had the pleasure of attending many of your meetings and just watching you allow the students give their input and their voices. And one of those slides in there definitely for the students when they talk about life skills and, you know, just how to change a tire and how those things are amazing. And you came up with it and I love it. You know, we always speak on cost, you know, whatever it costs, it costs. And I think you guys did some great things by just even creating budgets. I'm sure there's some reasons why, but we're here to support it. Dr. Volkmer, and we'll share the same thing with Superintendent Irving that's coming in. But I love it because you took it from start to finish and they allowed you to do that. And that's what we mean by student voice. We get behind you, but we listen to what you have to say. And then we tweak, because that's what life is all about. So great job. We appreciate you and just applaud you again for your resilience. You have met endless throughout this pandemic, and we appreciate that, because you guys could have easily said, well, you know, and folded on it. But I went to meetings and I saw tons of students on the calls. So thank you all to the team for just working with our students. We appreciate you so much. Okay, and Dr. Volkmer, you also were going to recognize some other special people. I can't see you on the screen either, so you're probably looking at me and I don't see you, but there you are. Are you going to acknowledge some onboarders maybe?
I can, President Dowdy Rogers. Board, please join me in welcoming two of our newest management appointments that are going through our onboarding process, part of their onboarding process this evening, attending a board meeting. Eurydice Fitz, who is new principal at Kimbark Elementary School, and Isaura Ramirez Villa, who is the vice principal at Lincoln Elementary School. So if you could join me in giving them a round of applause. They're with us this evening. It's part of their onboarding experience.
All right, excellent. Thank you so much for your attentiveness and congratulations to you all. We look forward to seeing you in person really soon. All right, we will now move to 3.0, which we will recess as the San Bernardino Board of Education and convene as the Board of Directors of the San Bernardino Schools Financing Corporation. 3.0. I think someone is unmuting or muting. 3.1, appointment of the Secretary and Treasurer to the Board of Directors of the San Bernardino Schools Financing Corporation. And I will read. At the December 15th, 2020 Board of Education meeting during the annual meeting of the Board of Directors of the San Bernardino School Financing Corporation, Interim Superintendent Harold Volkemer was appointed to serve as the corporation's secretary and treasurer. This term is to appoint the new superintendent. Be it resolved, effective January 1st, 2021, the Board of Directors of the San Bernardino School Financing Corporation appoints Superintendent Harry Doc Irvin to serve as the corporation's secretary and treasurer in place of interim superintendent Harold Volkemer.
So moved.
Madam President, you said January instead of June.
June, okay. Be it, let me read it again. Be it resolved, effective June 1st, 2021, the Board of Directors of the San Bernardino Schools Financing Corporation appoints Superintendent Harry Doc Irvin to serve as the corporation's secretary and treasurer in place of interim superintendent Harold Volkemer.
So moved.
Second.
It's been moved and second. Is there any discussion? If not, Dr. Flores?
Aye.
Ms. Ceballos?
Aye.
Dr. Hill?
Aye.
Dr. Wyatt?
Aye.
Ms. Rosales Medina?
Aye.
Mr. Tillman? Mr. Tillman, can you hear me?
Aye.
Thank you. Dr. Dowdy Rogers, aye. Motion carried. Thank you. All right. Adjournment of the Board of Directors of the San Bernardino Schools Financial Corporation. And we are now reconvening as the San Bernardino City Unified School District's Board of Education. All right. We are now going to go into closed session. Let's see, are there any?
There are no comments for closed session.
I was looking for you, Ms. Cunningham. All right. I can't see on the screen anymore. It's too many people. Okay, all right. At this time, we will adjourn into closed session. And to our viewing audience, want to remind you, again, we are acknowledging our classified staff with a wonderful thank you video. So you will see that during our closed session time, and we will be back shortly. All right, board, we are going to close out and see you on the other side.
Hello, everyone. It is my privilege to bring you greetings during Classified Employee Appreciation Week. I am fortunate to have spent time in all of our San Bernardino City Unified Schools and buildings over my nearly 4 decades with the district, and I have personally witnessed on many occasions the selfless devotion that our classified team members have for their jobs, and more importantly, for the children of the district. Countless times since the start of distance learning last year, I've been reminded firsthand of the passion and commitment that classified employees bring to their work each and every day, whether they're working remotely or in person. Throughout the pandemic, your dedication, adaptability, professionalism, and resiliency has made it possible for our district to maintain operations and continuing to serve our students, families, and staff. And you will continue playing an integral role in the reopening of our campuses later this year. I know it hasn't been easy, and I want to thank and acknowledge all of our classified support staff who have contributed to our district's mission to continue making hope happen, especially during challenging times like these. I want you to know that your hard work is recognized, valued, and appreciated. You are true heroes working literally around the clock to make sure our schools get through this challenge together, and we are very grateful. Thank you.
Hello, classified employees. I'm proud to serve as your Board of Education President. As many of you know, I am a San Bernardino native and a proud Cardinal. That means I was fortunate to have benefited from the dedication of hardworking classified employees like you. Each May, during Classified Appreciation Week, We salute the important contributions of our thousands of classified school employees who play key roles in our education community. This year, classified employees have really stepped up to the challenge presented by the COVID-19 pandemic and proven to be essential workers serving our San Bernardino and Highlands students and schools like never before. Custodial staff have kept our campuses clean and safe, undergoing special training in state-of-the-art situation equipment that will help our learning and working spaces safer once we reopen. Food service workers have prepared millions of meals for students, with many of them working extra to ensure children are fed. Office and clerical staff have worked diligently to connect teachers with students studying remotely, while our information technology staff have equipped children with the devices they need for distance learning. Meanwhile, school police officers continue patrolling our school grounds around the clock to keep them safe and secure. Whether you work in or outside our classrooms and schools, we hope every classified employee feels pride in your chosen profession. Your dedication, caring, and expertise will leave a life-affirming impact on the lives of our students. Thank you for making hope happen, and we can't wait to see you when our schools' offices reopen.
Hello, it's Classified Employee Appreciation Week, and for the San Bernardino Unified School District, that means celebrating the thousands of staff members who make the wheels of this great school system turn every day. Classified employees often work outside the classroom to support the education of our students by managing front offices, preparing nutritious lunches, processing payroll for more than 8,000 employees, keeping our students and staff safe, and making sure our computers and classroom technology continue to function appropriately. You are our health aides, educational assistants, food service staff, custodians, maintenance workers, police officers, campus security guards, and many more. It truly takes all employees working together to educate our students. During this year of distance learning, the work of our dedicated classified employees allowed our teachers to focus on teaching remotely while supporting staff work to rearrange and sanitize classrooms in preparation for the coming school year, among so many other tasks. This support is vital to student success, and I encourage our entire community to join San Bernardino Unified School District in celebrating our amazing staff members and their commitment to providing the best educational experience for our children. Classified employees deserve our gratitude and appreciation not only this week, but all year long for their important contributions to our schools and offices. Thank you, classified staff, for all that you do. You're appreciated not just by me, but our entire school board.
Hello, San Bernardino City Unified School District classified employees. As your new superintendent, I am grateful for the opportunity to wish you a wonderful Classified Appreciation Week. While this week shines a much-deserved spotlight on you, every day is a great day to show our appreciation for the work you do. Classified employees are at the backbone of our public education system and vital to the ability to serve students in San Bernardino as well as in Highland. Each of you have diverse talents and hold a variety of jobs working directly with students, parents, and community members to help them access our schools. You serve nutritious meals to keep our kids healthy. You maintain our campuses to keep the children we serve safe. Whether you work out in front or from behind the scenes or in our offices, you make hope happen in various ways, both in and outside of the classroom. While I officially joined the San Bernardino City School District team on June 1st, I have already heard stories and seen firsthand the contribution classified employees have made, and I am thankful that you have remained adaptable and flexible, continuing to support the smooth operation of hundreds of offices, maintain the safety of buildings and property, and work alongside teachers in distance learning classrooms. I generally appreciate your dedication, adaptability, professionalism, and resiliency during this unprecedented time. Without you, the district could not have continued serving our students, families, and staff. In closing, we know education is a vital service that is at the heart of our community, and we couldn't provide the highest quality educational experience without classified employees. So from me to you and on behalf of the Board of Education, happy Classified School Employee Appreciation Week. Thank you for all you do for our students and our entire school district. Be well and be safe. Thank you.
Sense of things are getting back to normal and safety. I've missed my coworkers, and I'm excited for us to start back to a normal, regular routine where we see our extended family, which is here, our Cole family, and we hope that everything gets back to normal soon.
Okay, I'm excited to come back to work because that's mean that I'm gonna be available to enjoy the family and Cole too, and the kids, and we're happy for having our life back.
Hey, my name is Liz here at Hunt Elementary School. I am the health aide here. I'm very excited to come back after this whole long year. Can't wait to see all of our staff and students back again.
We're happy to be here with our community.
Hi, this is Deborah G. I'm the secretary at Del Vallejo Leadership and STEAM Academy, and I am thrilled to be back to work. It has been a long time coming, and reuniting with the office staff and the administrators face-to-face has just been wonderful. It's also been great to be able to focus on getting ready for the next school year. And big thanks to the district and to the board for going above and beyond the CDC guidelines, so that as we needed to come and go over the course of this past year during this pandemic, we have felt safe in our offices and continue to feel safe. I am very thrilled at the prospect of being reunited with the entire Del Vallejo staff and students, and fully expect a very great 2021-22 school year. Thank you so much.
Hi, I'm Linda at Hunt Elementary School, and we are back to work, and we are excited to meet all of our new friends at school.
The biggest positive to come out of this week is just watching my team's growth. Honestly, you know, we worked really hard through distance learning, and we made it a point to meet regularly and to find ways of effective communication, and to start day one in circles, and everybody be given the opportunity to voice the concerns that they had about returning, and to voice the support that they felt that they needed, and to voice the excitement that they had in certain areas with such ease. It was amazing to watch. And you know, we created our classified rotation schedule together, so there wasn't a decision that was made unless we were all on board. And you know, that alone made me so excited, because everything we had been working towards this entire year just came into play. And so I'm super excited. What's next? We can handle it. Let's get back to work already.
Hi, my name is Denise. I'm here at the Hunt site. I'm excited to be working here. This is my first year, so I'm excited to meet all the kids, all my coworkers, and just be back a regular year. We hope to see you soon.
Hi, my name is Annette Brown. I work at Del Vallejo Middle School. I've been there for about maybe 10 years now. I done lost track. Anyway, I just wanted to show you my shirt. Look at this shirt, girl. Proud to wear this shirt. Oh, ooh, yeah, ooh, yeah. Anyway, proud to wear this shirt. And like I say, I've been there through a whole bunch of trials and tribulations. And this year has been a hard year for everyone. But DV has good people. We have a good team. We have a good principal. So the good in us, or the good in anybody actually, will bring out the good in, like, you know, other people. So I just wanted to say that I have been back on campus and things are looking good. The safety measures are put in place. We all feel comfortable in coming back. Well, I feel comfortable. I can't speak for everyone. And, you know, I just want to say that strength doesn't come from winning. Your struggles develop your strength. When you go through hardships, and I have been through many, believe me, and you decide not to quit, that's where your strength comes from. I tell my son that all the time, you know, you got to keep it going. You got to keep pushing. If you fall, you get back up, you get back on that horse. Hey, and DV has failed many of times, but we're still standing and we're not going anywhere. So I just want to say I am a very, very pleased employee that works for the district and Del Vallejo. Let me show you my shirt again. Okay, there you go. Yeah, this is our new shirt and I love it. So thank you so much, and I will be seeing you.
Hello, welcome to Thompson Elementary. Vilma Sandoval, principal of Thompson Elementary. Here we are, we're excited to be back. We're getting everything ready to ensure that everything is safe for our students to return. We miss you so much.
Hi, this is Chris Matthews, the secretary at Thompson Elementary. We're excited to be back, making hope happen.
Hi, I'm Julio with Thompson Elementary, making sure our classrooms are disinfected for the safe return of students at our school.
Hey, I'm Lars Lovell, program facilitator at Thompson Elementary School, and I am stoked to be back on campus and being ready to prepare and facilitate the return that's going to be positive, exciting, and hopeful for all of our scholars.
Hi, Anna Gonzalez, the counselor of Thompson Elementary. I'm excited to be back and prepare for the safe and social emotional well-being of our students and staff.
Hi, I'm Jesse Garcia, the resource teacher here at Thompson Elementary. We're excited to be back so we can support the needs of all of our students.
Hi, I'm Yara Pisa, attendance assistant at Thompson Elementary. Excited to be back. Remember to be here every day. Attendance matters.
Hi, I'm Nancy Galaviz. I'm the health aide at Thompson Elementary. I'm excited to be back to keep everyone safe and healthy.
Hi, my name is Miguel. I'm from Hunt Elementary here at the district, and just wanted to say how excited I am to actually come back. We're excited to have the kids back for summer school, and I'm excited to actually be with my coworkers. We're like a family. We're 8 hours with each other, so seeing them again and seeing the kids, it's actually exciting. So I hope that you feel the same way too.